Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. And I have the new chapter tarot on the tarot table for this reading. And reason being is that I am going to be looking at Meghan Markle in her possibly new celebrity career, whether it be on a Real Housewives show or whatever it's going to be. And I'm doing this reading as a result of the reading I did yesterday, which was looking at Meghan and this rumor, this gossip that she allegedly is sending messages to A-list stars, begging for invites to fancy places and to mix with them, hang out with them, and they're all saying no. And I did a reading on that, and I asked about her future, and I got the World card, which is great. Fame, great success, really, until I clarified it. And then I saw that in the light of that reading, in the context of that reading, it looked like she might well be on something like Real Housewives. So I'm going to follow up. I'm going to read. Some of you were very dismayed with that reading and the outcome. And so I'm going to have a look at Meghan, and I'm going to see how she's doing in 2 years' time. 12 card reading. I use 12 cards. They are each in a position of the 12 houses of the zodiac. So that's how I do the reading. Got the new chapter out here. I've already showed it to you. Have to remind you, it's tarot for fun and entertainment. It's all just my opinion. It's all just speculation. I read energy here, archetypal energy. We can learn from archetypes, of course, as Meghan herself well knows. And there is a disclaimer in the box below. Please read it. Please form your own opinions. And please remember that the copyright is to MadWorldTarot here on this channel. So 12 card reading, and our underlying card of this reading will be the signifier for Meghan in her year. That's going to be 2025. How's she going to be doing? One more. How's she going to be doing? And I will explain. I'll talk my way through the cards. So you can follow along. Those of you who know astrology will know exactly what I mean by the 12 houses. And we'll see what the universe wants to tell us. And these are nice small cards, so hopefully it won't be too hard to get the full whack of cards onto the tarot table. It might have to just do some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the 7th house. Do some rearranging so that we can fit everything in. I'll just lay them out, and then we can rearrange, and then we get the underlying energy. Ooh, ouch. That's the 5 of Swords. I'll take it out, put it there. That's the signifier for her. I can't really see what's going on. We need to shuffle things sideways a bit. Most unfortunate that we have the big plastic thing that sits everywhere where I want to be and where I want to see. And there, anyway, I'll show you the cards as we go along. And but our underlying energy, which is our signifier for Meghan in that year, 2 years ahead, the 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords in reverse. Conflict that just goes on, and a drama that just goes on and on and on. And when you're aghast that she's still going to be in the news, that is why. That really is why. It's because of the conflict around her, the drama around her. And I would say very intense conflict because the card is in reverse. My interpretation of the card in the reverse is never-ending drama and conflict, fighting with everyone. So let's have a look. We start here and we go around that way. First house is public. How much in the public eye is Meghan going to be in 2 years' time? Is it going to be all over the billboards and everywhere? We got the Emperor in reverse. And the Emperor is about management and organization and plans and scheming and strategies and stuff like that. It's also archetypal male energy. Can be the king. It could be King Charles. It could be Harry. It could be Harry in reverse. That could mean a divorce. And that's why she's all over the place. Or not all over the place, but all over the news, all over the tabloids, all over TV, all over YouTube, all over wherever. But it tells me also that there are plans and strategies and things like that might go out of control because the Emperor signifies ego. And in the reverse, it's ego that's out of control. It's narcissism. It's one of those cards. So it could just be mad with power, on this mad power drive, just absolutely doing everything she can to plan and to manage and to organize and to get herself out in public. So there is huge potential with that card for her to be all over the place, but as some kind of mad ego kind of boost and conflict underlying that. And so I'm quite justified in interpreting that energy that way. So tell me about money as the next house. How affluent is she going to be? How good is she? How well is she going to be doing? I get the Hermit. That's not a good card necessarily. It's Harry card. It's silent separation, someone going away. Harry could have left. I'm getting it twice because I've got the Emperor in reverse. Harry could have gone by then. Hermit is looking for advice. It's not broke, but it's having to go quiet, having to think, having to talk to your bank manager, talk to your accountant, talk to those kinds of people and get guidance about the way forward financially. So I'm not looking at ruin here, but I'm not getting comfortable vibes off that card. I'm getting anxiety in the sense that she needs to meet with people behind closed doors and strategize. Emperor in reverse as well. So having to think about things, rethink things, very likely, with that card. So it's not a big payday. So how about siblings? The court case with Samantha, the whatever is rumbling on. How's life going to be with siblings going forward? Four of Swords. There's some defeat there. The court case, Samantha's court case is next year. It's been scheduled. I can't remember when exactly for. I think it's the middle of 2024. If it goes ahead, of course, Megan trying desperately to get the case struck out again or dismissed. But Four of Swords is not good. Four of Swords is somebody who's having to withdraw from something, retire from the public eye. We're talking about Megan being all over the news and very public. She's all over the news for all the wrong reasons in this reading so far. Could be a divorce, could be a separation, it could just be a huge ego thing. It could be a loss of a court case with Four of Swords, because that's a defeat. Follows on from the Three of Swords, which is a painful defeat and loss and heartache, and then having to skulk away and hide. I've got two cards that are telling me hiding, disappearing from the public eye, but she's still going to be in the news. Interesting. So what about home? Life on the home front, mudslide mansion. Is she going to be staying in a 16 bathroom mansion, or is she going to be living under a bridge or back at Buckingham Palace? Where is she going to be? Ooh, 8 of Discs in reverse. That is out. It's almost out in the cold. It's got very much an energy of the Five of Pentacles, that card, because the Five of Pentacles, those of you who know the Rider-Waite well, will know that the Rider-Waite, the Five of Pentacles, shows the stained glass windows and the couple out in the blizzard, out in the cold, frozen out. Similar energy with that Eight of Pentacles. Money is a problem. Things not working out the way she expected, having to really grift to put a roof over her head. It's very much Meghan Markle at that desk, in that alleged Mudslide Mansion. Nobody was ever quite convinced by those scenes of them in Mudslide Mansion during the lockdown. We saw that desk lined with copies of The Bench. When she was on that jokey call with what's her face, gone blank, Melissa McCarthy. But then, of course, they filmed other things, their Netflix docu, they filmed at someone else's house. We never saw that mansion again. We haven't seen any signs of life from that mansion for quite a while. It looks to me like no more Mudslide Mansion. It looks like she's going to have to really, she's got her work cut out for her to find something equivalent to something as good. So that's not good. How about children? Relationship with children makes me anxious when I lift the card. What's going on? We've got the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Discs. That's a collaboration that could be 3 children. Not 3 children, don't panic. Don't mean that there's more. No. I mean that it could be the 3 of them, she and her 2 children. Note the hand colours and things like that. Or there's teams involved in caring for the children. Nannies, staff. We did hear odd things about Archie in the very early days, about how he had this team of experts who were working with him, and it raised suspicions in a lot of people, myself included. Why are there teams of experts working round the clock with his child unless there are problems, developmental issues with the child? That was my speculation. A lot of other people thought the same thing. We've got teams of carers in there working with the children for whatever reason. It's not separated. It's not, there aren't any children, or they've gone off somewhere else. They may have gone into some sort of care. Possible with that card. It is possible. It's not love. It's not affectionate. It's not the Empress, the loving mother. Far from it. It's carers. It's staff. It's people who are paid to show up every day and do whatever they have to do. Not good. So we're going to move on from that energy to daily routine, work, health, work-life balance, all that kind of stuff. How is she going to be spending her days in 2 years' time? 10 of Wands. Ooh. Lonely. It's one of my lonely cards in the tarot. Very down, very burdened, very alone, having to carry these burdens on one's own in the 10 of Wands. The reason the card is so difficult is because you're the only one carrying the burden. So I'm getting the sense that she's going to feel a lot of oppression, that life is very heavy, life is very difficult, she's very tired. Day-to-day routine is going to be exhausting. Whatever she has to do is going to be tiring for her. It's not going to be something that brings her joy and fulfillment, and even monetary benefit. It's pretty heavy energy. How about marriage, relationships, partnerships, that kind of thing? What's going to be going on there in 2 years' time? Trapped, stuck. Very unpleasant energy, lacking vision, lacking ability to see a way out of whatever trouble she's got into. It could be that they're still together. I hate to say that, but they could still be together, even though we've got Emperor in reverse and Hermit who might be off somewhere else. They may still be together in the sense that we haven't gone through divorce proceedings, but it feels like an absolute trap. It feels like something that is torment, torture, and can't see her way out of it. Would like to be free, but can't see how she can be free. Lacks, as I say, lacks vision, lacks ideas, lacks an escape plan. Doesn't have an escape room. So, as I say, hate to tell you, this might drag on for a while, even though I was pretty certain in the energy that I've been picking up for a long time. I was sure that this year was it. They wouldn't make it to the end of this year together. But this card tells me that they aren't together, but they are somehow stuck together, possibly for financial reasons, possibly out of ego, a refusal to admit defeat, and just staying stuck in this situation. Oh dear. We thought it would be all over by now, didn't we? Anyway, what about change? 8th house, transformation. How much will her life have changed in 2 years? Being very specific with the questions I want universe to answer. Well, there's money. There's money. She's made money. 7 of Pentacles. She's got her nest egg. She's got her money stashed away and she's looking at it now. And it's interesting that in the Pentacles we've got a little crown in there. It's roots, it's trees, it's things that have grown. She's going to be sitting looking at it and taking stock and thinking, is that all there is? Is that the best I can do here in this situation where I am stuck? And it feels like universe has stretched out this timeline. I get this strong sense of hands pulling a timeline apart, like you would a rubber band, and pulling it apart. putting it under huge tension, that the tension is going to carry on for some reason. Universe, the very strong message I'm getting from this reading is that universe has decided for lessons, for archetypal reasons and teaching reasons, that this situation is going to be dragged out. Not just for the Parkles, for their point of view, for their learning, but for our learning as well. That there is something we still need to witness. We are, I believe, in the apocalypse, in the sense of that's when the veil is lifted and we see the true nature of existence and situations. We are slowly, and you can see how stretched out this reading is, even the spread. It's like it's been slowed down and stretched out so we can have a good hard look at what is going on and all learn from it. And that's why we do tarot here on Mad World Tarot, so that we can all learn these lessons together. Let's have a look at court cases, 9th house, litigation, what's going on. We've got the 4 of Swords over there with siblings. We've got Knight of Discs in reverse. Harry is losing. He's got loads of cases on at the moment. That's him, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Discs, the Earth sign Prince. He's losing big. Money, status. He's fallen off that horse, landed on his head, and things not going well. And in terms of money as well, because it looked like the Pentacles, the court cases were part of their business plan. That they weren't doing well at speech making and Netflix and Spotify. That $1 million speech that he allegedly was paid for, and then talked about mummy to all the investment bankers. I can't remember which bank it was now, in Florida. That was their the one and only time they got a speaking gig like that. So it looks like it's their business plan going forward is these court cases. As I said in my previous reading today, bad news for the Parkholes. Harry lost his application for leave for judicial review proceedings about that. I want to pay for Metropolitan Police protection. That's been chucked out, not going to happen. So that must be quite costly. He's got plenty of other court cases lined up. Megan, I don't think, is busy in court cases right now, but this is Harry. This is Harry failing quite spectacularly. How about her career, in the sense of her status, her achievements, her accomplishments? What are we going to be seeing in 2 years' time? What are you going to be thinking of her? 6 of Cups. This is the past. This is going back to the past, reconciliation. And she might have to play that card. She might have to reconcile with daddy, with family. They might have to even go slinking back to the British royal family and reconnect with them with that 6 of Cups. Going back to the past, old friends, old people. We have seen old friends out and about. Marcus Anderson has been highly visible in the past few days, weeks. So she might be having to go back to old haunts, old ways, old things. The take even could be covered by the 6 of Cups. Something she loved doing in the past, something she has great memories of, something that served her well. She's going back to that. It's not high profile, it's not high status, it's not king of the world, it's not anything glamorous, but it is resurrecting the past. How about her dreams? How her vision board? How's that going? Will she have achieved, or she has aspired to achieve in her life? 10 of Swords, absolutely not. Ruin. Ruin card here again. Got it in the previous reading. 10 of Swords. It's a nightmare. It is a failure. It's dismal failure. It's rock bottom. The card is in the reverse, can be trying to recover from that kind of failure, that kind of loss. She thought life was going to work out so differently, but she's going to have to go back to old tricks, things she knows from the past, and it's going to burn, it's going to hurt, it's going to be a source of a sense of failure for her. And I think that's why we've got the Emperor in reverse here. The panic is on to make stuff happen, to get her name back out there, to make deals with people, to organize things with people from this ego wound that she will have experienced in the coming days. It's mapped out here. She's got trouble with money, she's got trouble with siblings, she's got trouble on the home front. Kids, there's a team involved there somehow. I don't want to really get in there too much. Daily grind is going to be very burdensome. Marriage is a trap she can't get out of. In terms of what's changed, she's kind of hit her maximum in terms of what return, what bang for her buck she's getting from being Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. In terms of litigation going very badly for Harry. In terms of her status, her profile, she's having to go back to the past and do stuff that's done and old and tired. Reconnect with people, reconcile with people. That's going to be painful for her, not something she's good at doing. And in terms of her dreams, we've got 10 of Swords in reverse here. It didn't happen. And it hurts, and she's going to be trying very hard to undo that energy and try and make it happen. Dogs come to cry at the door, and Fluffy has also come to sit at my feet as I'm doing this last bit of this reading. How about her mental health? What's going on in the subconscious, behind the scenes here in the 12th house? What's going on here? We've got the 10 of Discs. And that's a very strange card to get when I'm asking about mental health, because I'm going to read this card in a way that I don't normally read it. 10 of Health is 10 of Discs. 10 of Health. Discs are about your health, your physical, your body. I'm getting the sense here that there is some level of delusion with that 10 of Pentacles. She's still in this notion that castle is attainable, that it can happen. And I'm following on from the 10 of Swords in the dreams and goals and visions, house and friendship and all of that, groups. And we're going into what's hidden, what's make you a bit cray-cray if you're not careful. 10 of Pentacles still believes that she's the princess, that she belongs in that castle, that castle could happen. And as I say, there is a slight energy here that they may have slunk back under the royal umbrella at some level. Don't panic. It's a very slight energy. It's not really dominant. It's just this that might have to kiss and make up with the past to get access to monies, to status, to the line of succession, all that stuff. But because it's in my 12th house here of cray-cray and mental problems, and I specified that specifically for the 12th house when I started this reading, it doesn't bode well for her sanity, in my opinion. Here at MadWorldTarot, it tells me this is self-deception, that this is not real, but it's what she clings to and she still believes. So that's Megan in 2 years' time, according to the tarot, according to my interpretation of these cards. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you as ever for watching and supporting this channel, and I'll see you again soon.